So here's what I done did. I found some Fender flares. Well, I didn't find them, I had to go buy them. So I got Fender flares. I got a turbo. And I got some canards and the splitters. Yeah, we're about to go wide body on this thing. She about to be a fat girl. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Slow Lane RC. Today we're going to be bringing you a product review and product test and product installation of the Sideways RC Over Fender kit. They're made out of polycarbonate. They give about an added 10 to 12 millimeters of width to the body that you're building or painting. This is a non-sponsored review. This is my personal review and what I found out in the complexities of installation and the easiness of installation once I put these on. So, without further ado, let's get right over to it and jump right into the video. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Slow Lane RC. Well, you know, guys, we like to go slow, but you know we love to go fast. Today, we are going to be talking about installing the Sideways RC fender flares for your vehicle. Now, I just figured something out. This is style 8. So the style you're looking for is Ovend, I think that's what it says here, Ovend 8. They're a universal style of fender flare, and they're clearly marked left and right. So both the left sides go on the left side, and both the right sides go on the right side. Now, you will need to be careful with these. I started to trim out the other one, the first one, with a razor. And usually with Lexan, you can just take a razor and you can just scour it. And once you scour it, you'll see a little crack that it makes. And you can just usually break it right there. Not this. This plastic is a little bit too thick. And as soon as you try to scour it, and if you try to break it, it's going to crack it. So I have it positioned on the other side. I'll show you what I do to mock it up, because they will need to be mocked up. This is for my my drift car. I did the body, not anticipating that I would have to use wide fenders, but certain car kits and certain bodies, like this is a 190 body. So even if you go 200, you're still pushing it for the 200 wide. Millimeter wide body, because it's still not going to be fully wide enough for a lot of the wheel sets that are out there and a lot of the cars that are out there. So this is my associated DC10, right? And I have, it's a basic setup for right now. Well, as far as just getting it it's in a test phase, because I'm still testing out electronics. The wheels that I have they're like everybody's using these, I think it's called DC or DR or something like that wheels, DC wheels. They're adjustable offsets. I'll put the link in the description below. I'm not home, so I'm actually at Starbucks, and I wanted to get you guys this video and get it out. So these are adjustable offsets, and you can adjust them from 0 all the way up to 12. So they have a nice offset. Right now I have them at about a 6, and they're still out on the body. You see when I put the body on, and this is a 190 millimeter. You see when I put the body on, they still stick out a little bit. This is a killer body, Evo 10, and I have the lights installed underneath. I love killer bodies because killer bodies are very detailed bodies. And this body I think cost me like 50 bucks, no, 60 bucks. Now some of their bodies where they have the dual, like the split fenders, like the bumper and stuff like that, I mean, it takes some getting used to building bodies like that. I'm not used to it. I'm used to just, painting it and going around. And I went for the Need for Speed look. This is from Need for Speed Heat. The car was actually silver and blue. I changed it from silver and blue to green and purple. I like the green and purple a lot better because the green and purple almost looks, with the light, almost looks blue. It has like an iridescent purple look to it. So with that being said, once I fitted this body for this car, I seen that I was going to need fender flares. And I want the wheels to aesthetically to have a look, but I don't want them to look too tucked in. I don't want to pull the offset in so far that I lose my width, because the front has to be wider than the rear when you're drifting. I'm just learning that. And I'm learning a lot about drifting right now. And as I learn, I'm going to teach whatever I learn to you guys. Now, I know some of you guys have beat me up in the comments, or you got this big super duper battery. Listen. This battery right here, brand new at Horizon Hobby, cost me all of $30. So let me tell you something. This 2S 120C 8,000 milliamp battery is going to stay here, and I'm going to practice with it, and I'm going to learn more with it, with this battery in here. Because if I can learn to control this car with this battery, I can control this car with any battery. And it's a big battery, but it's a light battery. It's not that heavy. The battery is pretty light, and you can get it to fit in here. So now back to this fender flares. So what I did was I took the blade and I scoured it a little bit, right? So this is the other one. So I scoured it. And when I say this plastic is thick, this plastic is real thick. So, in doing so, I'm going to try to keep it right on the edge there. So you can bring it back around. And try to scour it. Just going to trim it anyway. And there's this here. And around this edge. Take your time. And try to stay within the groove. Again, like I said, this plastic is very, very hard. Once you scoured it, scour it again. Just to make sure. Get a nice dig in there. Nice dig. Now poke that. Well, here's where it gets a little funny. Now you can go here, right? And take your scissors. I'll snip there, right? Snip up there. You're always going to cut in small pieces. You don't have to cut in big pieces. Cut in small pieces. You can break the pieces out. Like I said, this plastic is thick. It's very thick. That there. I'm using the straight edge scissors. Yeah, it's strong there. It's very strong. Get started. You see me hit this thing twice. You see how it broke off? You see that? That's how it will break in that plastic if you're not careful. When I say this plastic is real thick, it will break. Well, these fenders, sideways RC, these fenders are not that flexible. So I've already scoured this, and this should have just made a clean break all the way around, and it did not. It did not make a clean break. So you have to be careful when you are pulling this apart because of the way that it's molded and the way that the edge is. You have to be careful. So I'm going to take my curved scissors. Curve. Bless me. But like I said, this plastic is super thick. It's super thick. And I literally got to do that. And like you said, like you've seen, I scoured this plastic. And for me to have to pull that like that, you know this plastic is real thick. So, for the most part, you're trimming as you go along. Then, you know what I mean? You want to cut it just like you cut the regular, let's say, body. Nice and easy. Like I said, I scoured it so that if it does break while it's in my hand, it'll break on a piece that I've already done. So now there you have it. You have the fender that looks like this, right? So I'll take and I'll edge this up, and I'll edge this up here, around here, and then we're going to show you how to position it on the body. Okay, so this fender flare is all trimmed up now. Got it nice and done. So this is the left side. So let's go to the left side. And as you can see, on this fender, this is how you have to mark it up, or mock it up once you put it on here. Okay? You want to get you some nice good tape, and the body tape that I use to actually make the mines in the body is a great tape. You really want to get 2 pilot holes, 1, 2. You can go 3, but you want to do 2 pilot holes. Once you get to 2 pilot holes, 1, 2, 3, or 1 and 2, you'll know where to essentially put the body at. So what I would generally do is I'll put one down the bottom here, one up here, and one right here to hold that plastic on. You can put these on with double-sided tape. You can put them on with screws, however you want to do it. Me personally, I'm going to use a little bit of a thin line of double-sided tape so that it doesn't never come off, like it won't come off. And then I'm going to paint it anyway, but I still want to mock it up to where it's supposed to be at. So now this one here, and this is the only thing I hate about Killer Body's stickers, they always come off. The stickers are so thick that they come off. And that's the only thing that pisses me off about Killer Body bodies. All right, so this is the rear. Now, if you look here, this rear one is sitting up a little high. Now you want to position this about right there on the body, right? Towards though it's on the edge of the body lip, like right there. So once you get that position where you want it to be, that should ride right under the door handle or right over. Now you can trim that out too if you want. But this is where it sits at. It sits like right there. That's a bit high for this body fender. So I'm going to pull it back some. So let me put the first part where it needs to be with some tape. Because mind you, I have to, I got to remark this too. So what I'm going to do is retape this up on the inside when I paint it so that the purple stripe will come through on this fender. All right. So we get this tape. And you can use this tape or this tape. The Tamiya tape is actually the better tape. I don't know where I got this tape from. This tape is okay, but Tamiya tape is the better tape. It's more sticky and it's more stable. It doesn't move either. So once you get your nice little piece, right? Position the body. Start from the beginning, from the front, right? Let's go right there. And then mark it. That's good. To bring it down some. Right where the edge is at. It looks a little wonky. We're gonna fix that. And you generally want that to be right where the edge of the last fender was at. See that? So I'm gonna trim this anyway. This inside of here. I'm gonna trim that anyway. But once I trim this, I'm gonna mark where this body's gonna go at. I'm gonna put a piece of tape in the middle here. A piece of tape in the middle. There. Right. Piece of tape there. And why am I doing this? So that I can get the angle that I need for the line that's already in the body. Right? This is going to go underneath. So now, when you look at it on the body, now look how much the wheels are inside the body are now. as opposed to this side where they're stuck out. So I could actually get away with trimming a little bit. Like I said, once I trim this up here, and I trim that, and I get that nice and smoothed out, it'll look a whole lot different than once I got it painted. So once I got it painted and got this on the body and got it stuck nicely, it'll be great. And we'll have a wide body Evo 10. So there you have it. So I'm gonna finish this up and I'm gonna come back with the finished product and let you guys see how it came out. Alright guys, we're back. This is the completed product of this vehicle. I want to say that, like I said, the fenders are hard plastic. It's super hard plastic, and this is what you get. You have to use scissors to trim these fenders. I tried using a knife, and the knife didn't work. It worked, but the fenders are too hard. They're hard plastic, plastic, and here you can see where that cracked and broke, and that cracked and broke there. And that was from me trying to use a razor and scour it around. Do I like the fenders? Yes, I like the fenders. Are they a good style fender? Yeah, they're a good style fender. Are there better fenders on the market? Yes, there are, and we're gonna find them. But that'll be on another car build, because this is done for this build here. And you know, I had to mock them up. They fit well around a lot of bodies. Like the seam seals well. I didn't really have to trim the inside of here to get them to fit around the body. I just had to mock them up and find out where I was going to place my screw holes at. But other than that, you know, as a rating for a fender for these, I'm going to say with ease of installation, ease of cutting, and their placement, I want to say I give these a solid 7. And that's where I'm going with these. The reason why I say that is because if I trim this with a knife, I should get a clean cut when I break it, not the plastic breaking. And this is what happened. They broke. As I went to break it out of after I trimmed it with the knife, you know, it cracked. It cracked. And these fenders are not, for the set, it was at my local hobby shop was $20. So now I'm $20 into a set of fenders and they broke on me. So I don't have a clean thing here anymore, clean build here anymore. And that goes a long way when you're putting money into these cars and into these bodies. You're spending your hard-earned cash. You want to get a high-quality product. So these are not, like I said, they're not that flexible. They're not at all. They're flexible, but they're not that flexible. That was my problem with putting them on. But I got them on. You know, they also sell canards too. So I got the canard here too as well. You know, again, I like the product. I don't like it 100% because, you know, it does have its flaws as far as the material. The material is where it flawed for me. Not the shape or the design, it's the material is where it flawed for me. So with that being said, that's where I'm at with this, and it actually gives me a good width on the front and rear of the car for the tires to actually fit into the wheel well. They actually fit where they're supposed to be, and that was my sole purpose on buying these, was to have the wheels be able to fit into the wheel wells and get that tuck going on that I might need when I'm doing adjustments with the chassis and stuff like that. So yeah, if you look here, you can see the wheels, and this is at about, I want to say 8 millimeters. These wheels are about 8 millimeters in offset. So with these fenders, it brings it in just a little bit more. So I have a little bit of room where I can bring them out a little bit further in the rear and on the front as well. So again, like I said, the associated DC-10 kit is purposely built wider in the front. And most drift kits that you get will be purposely built wider in the front for that turn angle radius. I also purchased these canards and the front splitter as well from the same company, and you know, they went on pretty good. I had to super glue these on because I didn't like the double-sided tape one, so I super glued these on. And got my little turbo over there too as well, which is a nice addition to, you know, give it more realistic flair to it. Other than that, you know, this killer body is actually a rally car body. So I was technically making a rally car body into a drift car body, which is where drifting actually started at in rally car racing. This is where the technique came in to turn the car by steering with the back wheels. So, I mean, you know, it only pays homage to the style that the car comes with. So in my next video, we will be going to the track. We're going to visit a couple drift tracks. We're going to try to visit RC Car World and see how their track fares out. We're going to go to First State Hobbies in Delaware. I am in the tri-state area, so I try to support my local hobby shops as much as possible, because local hobby shops is where this all started. So this is where the history is at. You know, you can't buy a car on Amazon or buy it on TikTok and expect to get the history from guys who have been building these cars and have been racing these cars for years. You can't get it. You're just going to get a car and that's it. You know, you want to have the camaraderie, and you want to support those who are still to this day adding to this hobby and making it a fun hobby. And it's a brotherhood, so to speak. So, you know, we have to support each other with this hobby. And I appreciate all the support that I've gotten along the way. This is my first hand at drifting too, so I want you guys to understand that. So when we go to the track and I show this car off and I go and drift with this car, if I crash up against the wall, I'm just crashing. So, but I'm trying to learn. So that's the only way to learn, is to get out there and do it. So, but I think that I have a capable vehicle to do it with. I think I have capable electronics to perform the task with, you know, and I think that, you know, most of the parts that I have on here were parts that people have referred me to purchase. So I think that I'm going to go good. And for the first time, I learned about P-tile tires. I never knew nothing about it. I thought all the drift tires were the same, but they're not. They're not the same at all. None of them are the same. They're all different. So again, with that being said, this is the finished version. I like it. Came out pretty good. I can't complain. And this is designed by me. This is painted by me. This is actual car design that actually came from Need for Speed Heat, the game. So I wanted to utilize that design in my build. And it's the exact same car that was in Need for Speed Heat, the Evo 10. So with that being said, guys, you know, I appreciate you guys stopping by. If this video helped you out in any way, please like and subscribe and share, and make sure you follow, and, you know, stay tuned for my next build. So we're going to the track next. See you in the next video. Peace.
Taking shots at the enemy, I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock, electronic, blow the sonic roof up. I'm too honest when I take a few shots. They're too toxic, need to take the noose off. And you cannot save me, cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't want wanna test your luck with me? I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots.
You are not as tough as